How's it going, folks? Welcome to another fun at-home table read. Tonight, we are reading the first half of, well, currently my favorite Marvel thing, Moon Knight. I've loved this character for years. I'm super excited the show's on the air, so we're going to, tackle the first 3 episodes tonight and have some fun doing it. So let's introduce ourselves. Let's get our cast going.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm going to be your action description.
I'm Curtis. I'm going to be playing Steve with a V, Stephen Grant.
I'm Logan. I'm going to be reading Marc Spector.
Hello, I'm George, and I'll be playing Arthur Harrow.
Hello, I am Anne, and I will be Layla.
I'm Erik. I will be Khonshu.
I'm Jessica, and I will be Donna.
Hi, I'm Johnny B, and I'll be playing JB.
Hello, I'm Travis, and I'll be playing Mogart.
All right. Well, Jen, take us away.
Moon Knight, Part 1, written by Jeremy Slater, Michael Castelline, Bo DeMeo, Peter Cameron, and Sabir Perzada. Transcribed by the voices within. Interior Cult Headquarters Night. Arthur Harrow, looking a bit like Kevin Bacon in Tremors, sits at his table. He lays out a small towel and flexes his hands. The scale tattoo on his arm sits balanced. He pulls out a glass and fills it with water. He dips his finger into the water and makes the glass ring. Come on, Sandra Bullock. Anyway, he finishes the water in a single gulp. He places the glass down, folds it in the towel, and shatters it with his cane. He unfolds the towel and starts pouring the pieces of broken glass into his shoes. He slips his feet into them, the glass crunching beneath him. He rises and totters off to his followers. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment. Morning. Stephen Grant, already confused, sits up in bed. He checks his ankle restraint. It's still secure. He undoes the cuff and checks the ring of sand around his bed. No footprints. He steps down once across the sand, leaving a print, and heads to the front door. He checks the tape across the crack in the door. The door seems secure too. He peels the tape off and throws it to the other pieces of discarded tape across the room. Stephen walks through his apartment on the phone.
Morning, guys. My little one-fin wonder.
He feeds his fish, who sports one fin. Stephen speaks into the phone.
Hello, Mum. It's me. Just checking in. I got your postcard. Putting it up on Gus's deck now. Yes, it's very nice. He is filming now. Keeps asking why I don't take him anywhere nice. Maybe one day, right? He'll have to get out of there, but it's a bit hard. Well, in it? Anyway, Mom, all's well. Yeah, not too bad.
Stephen grabs his bag and heads for the door.
Still wake up in the morning. Still feeling like I got hit by a bus.
Exterior Stephen Grant's apartment. Stephen exits the front door, blocked by a man selling brooms.
And if you...
He puts the phone to his chest, muffling the call.
Hi, mate. Still selling old brushes and brooms, right? In front of my entrance? It's got no problem with it. Cheers.
Stephen moves past the cart and continues down the street, still leaving this message.
Anyway, sorry I missed you, Mum. I'll try it again tomorrow. Later, Gators.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Stephen sees his bus pulling away.
Oh, bloody hell, wait!
He runs after it.
Bollocks.
Interior bus. Minutes later, Stephen is asleep standing up, leaning against a stranger. The stranger notices and looks back, waking Stephen up. Stephen's tired eyes trail to the newspaper being read next to him. He's caught reading. He lifts his thermos.
Cheers.
Exterior museum. Stephen makes his way into work. Interior museum. A little girl shoves her gum wrapper into the entrance of a model pyramid. Stephen sees this and walks up to her.
Will you look at that? I like someone mistook that great pyramid of Giza for a rubbish dump.
How come?
Nope, go up a little bit more, Litterbug. Rubbish dump.
Oh, shit. It's not like there's anything in there.
Yeah, maybe not. But in there is just something wicked. Check it out.
He gestures to another display while snagging her trash. He walks her over to a mummified body.
They take this big metal hook, right? And they got their own nozzle end.
He makes a sucking sound.
All the organs will come out except for the heart.
How come?
Because they believe you needed your heart to be judged in the underworld, and only the wealthiest would be allowed to pass through the field of reeds.
And did it suck for you? getting rejected from the field of reeds.
That doesn't make sense because I'm not dead, am I?
Donna, Steven's boss, stares daggers at him.
Stevie,
Am I?
that better not be you again.
Sorry, Donna. Yeah, sorry. Got it.
He runs up to her and grabs the boxes she's carrying. Donna walks away and Steven runs off for the gift shop.
There we go.
Don't know how many times I have to tell you this. You're not the bloody tour guide, Steven.
Steven, actually, I am Steven.
No, you're bloody useless unless you're actually doing what you're paid to do, which is to sell these to children.
Got it.
A cute tour guide, Dylan, crosses to Steven. She smiles.
Hello.
Hello.
How's the sugar trade going?
I don't know what this has to do with Egypt, really. They didn't have that back then, did they? No, they like figs and dates.
My next tour's here, but just checking. We're still on for 7 tomorrow.
7 tomorrow.
Best steak in town.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
She starts to walk away.
Sorry, but
What?
are you asking me out?
You're funny. I'll see you then.
Dylan walks away for her tour. Donna scoffs at Steven.
Stevie, you absolute rascal. I didn't know you had taken a crack.
I didn't know either.
You say steak? What in the world is a bloody vegan gonna eat in a steakhouse?
I don't know, Donna. Salad, bread.
Yeah, I can see why she went for it. Real catch you are.
Interior museum gift shop storeroom. Donna gestures to a box of stuffed hippos on the ground.
Bring those hippos up here, will you?
Yeah, sure. Taret, the hippo goddess Taret. Oh, Donna, that reminds me. When I was coming in this morning, I saw the banners outside.
And that's what made you late for work again, was it?
No, sorry about that. The boss came early.
Third time this week you've shuffled in like a lazy sod.
I know.
That's why you'll be on inventory this week. Well done.
All right. Aye, Captain. But no, I want to tell you that the banners and the posters of in it.
The what?
Steven picks up a poster to illustrate his point.
In it, you know, like the super group of Egyptian gods. You got Horus, Osiris, Tefnut.
Stop, please. If this is some weird audition to tour guide here, the answer's still no.
No, what I'm trying to... That's actually crushing hair, but what I'm trying to point out, I'm not trying to slag off marketing, but there's been a major blunder. There's been 7 gods here. They're in it as 9.
I fired 2 of them for being late. Listen, if you don't stop nattering at me, I swear I'll shove you in a sarcophagus. You can tell the pharaoh in there what's wrong with them and all. Go on.
All right.
He sets the poster down and it topples.
Go now. Leave it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just get out. Go away from me.
All right. Always lovely to chat.
She sighs. Interior museum lobby minutes later, Steven walks through the lobby past the security desk.
Hey, good night, JB.
Good night, Scotty. See ya, mate.
Scotty, it's Steven with a V.
Huh?
See you tomorrow.
Interior park night. Steven sits with a golden man painted up like a statue. Steven eats a burrito.
Honestly, it's like my body wants to get up and wander about, you know? Like, it has to get to 10,000 steps in, you know? And I don't even know about it until I wake up or whatever. That's why I try to stay awake at night. What do you think? Nah, you're right. I mean, I guess there are stranger things that people do, but no? Well, I think it's a bit awesome.
Steven holds up a small burrito he bought for the man.
Extra prize for the man himself. So the girl I was telling you about, the one from work. We're going on a date tomorrow.
A couple walks up to the statue man.
Excuse me, can you take our picture with him?
Steven stands, nodding.
Sure.
Thank you.
Steven starts taking the picture, continuing his conversation with the man.
We're going on a date. I didn't even know. Ask her. I don't know how it happened. 1, 2, 3. There you are. Cheers.
Thank you.
The couple turns to leave as Stephen sits.
Don't forget to tip.
Oh, yeah.
They toss a few coins into the man's hat.
Cheers.
Thank you.
The couple walks away.
Anyway, if I'm going to have a girlfriend at some point, obviously you can't have ankle restraints on my bed, can I? That's the definition of a red flag, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Gotta figure something out. All right. I'm gonna jog on. Nice catching up. I'll see you on the flip-flop. All right. Later.
Stephen walks off, leaving the gold man behind. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment. Stephen begins his nightly routine, filling his footprint in the sand, locking the door, taping it shut, hooking in his ankle, and listening to podcasts. Hello and welcome to Staying Awake. Let's start with trying to solve a puzzle. Solving puzzles is a great way to keep your mind awake. Stephen solves a Rubik's Cube, tossing it into the air. Bored with puzzles? Try a book. Reading can keep your mind alert and focused. Imagine being in the story you're reading. Stephen reads a stack of books, learning ancient Egyptian. Is there an exciting chapter you'd like to be a part of? Why do I feel like Dora the Explorer? He reads up on the Ennead. Just remember, you'll need about 5 hours to keep your natural self. He swaps between the two, solving the cube and reading his books. Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake. Let's start with trying to solve a puzzle. Solving puzzles is a great way to keep your mind awake. Bored with puzzles? Try a book. He's highlighted a section, the rift between God and man. He keeps working at his cube. Hello, reading. Is there a chapter you'd like to be a part of? He tosses it into the air, and suddenly, exterior European hillside midday, Stephen wakes up on the ground, his jaw dislocated. He groans in pain. He touches his jaw, still out of place.
Oh my God.
His jaw pops back into place, and he pops his neck.
Ah, oh, that was weird. What happened? What was that?
He struggles to his feet. He looks around, not recognizing his surroundings. He sees a village in the distance.
Go back to sleep, worm.
Hello?
There's no one around him, but he can hear the voice clearly.
You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, but I completely agree.
Surrender the body to Marc.
Sorry, what? The body? What? Surrender the body? What body?
Oh, this idiot's in control.
Stephen reaches into his pocket and pulls out a scarab. Khonshu, his body wrapped in bandages, walks up from behind Stephen. Stephen turns, but Khonshu is gone. He sees a castle behind him and looks up to a high window. Stephen waves.
Hello?
The man in the window waves back.
Hi.
Another man runs up to the guy in the window. What are you doing? The thug raises and lifts the gun and aims it at Stephen.
No.
Bullets smack the ground around him.
Don't just stand there, run!
Stephen takes off running.
No. Please, no, please.
More men are chasing him now, shooting in his direction. Stephen whimpers as he runs. He's heading for the village. Oh, excuse me. Apparently, frog in the thug's throat. Anyway, interior European village. Moments later, Stephen runs into the village, ducking out of sight of a few gunmen. He sees the crowd moving down the street and joins them, throwing his hood up to disguise him. The crowd is stopped in the middle of town, awaiting someone. The crowd parts for Harrow, who walks through them. Harrow addresses the crowd, who all bow to him as he passes.
What a beautiful day. It's like we're in heaven, only it's not heaven, is it? It's a darkness. Sometimes it hides in our very hearts. We are here to make the earth as much like heaven as possible. Who would like to go first?
A man raises his hand and crosses to the stage.
You're a brave man, offering your soul for judgment, wanting to serve our goddess even before she wakes.
Harrow balances his cane on the man's forearms and swings it like a pendulum. Harrow's tattoo moves with the cane.
I judge you in Amit's name with but a fraction of her power.
The tattoo stops and turns green.
This is the face of a good man.
Thank you.
Of course it was you. Harrow pulls the man into a hug. The crowd murmurs, impressed. Stephen moves deeper into the crowd, away from more and more gunmen.
Who would like to go next?
An old woman raises her hand. Oh, please. Please, Harrow, I must know.
Call me Arthur. Come.
She takes his hand and steps onto the stage.
Will you accept your scales regardless of the outcome?
Yes. Harrow swings the cane again and his tattoo moves, but this time the tattoo stops and turns red.
I'm sorry.
I've been good my entire life!
I believe you, but the scales see everything. Perhaps it's something that lies ahead. Well, I wish you could live to see the world we made, yet Ahmed has decided.
He clasps her hands, and the life is drained out of her. Anyhow, Harrow's men run up and catch her corpse before it hits the ground. The thug from the window walks on stage and up to Harrow. I'm sorry, there was a problem with the exchange. We got ambushed. Someone killed our two of our men. Yeah.
Is he still here?
We think so. Yeah. Harrow shouts out in ancient Egyptian. Everyone in the crowd drops to a knee, except for Stephen, who notices this a beat too late.
The books.
Drops to a knee, not realizing his cover is already blown.
You. I know you.
Me? Hi.
Mercenary.
Mercenary? No. I'm not a mercenary. I'm a gift shopist. I work at a gift shop. My name is Stephen Grant. I'm trying to get back home. Back to London.
He looks to the crowd.
London? No, why I'm saying it like that.
Well, Stephen Grant of the gift shop.
Yeah?
Will you return the scarab?
Harrow reaches out to him as gunmen push Stephen forward.
The what? Oh, all right.
Stephen reaches into his pockets looking for the scarab.
Yeah, oh, you mean...
Stephen pulls out the scarab.
You will give him nothing.
Yeah.
Stephen reaches out with the scarab in his palm. As Harrow reaches for it, Stephen's fingers clamp down around it. Stephen looks confused.
I strongly encourage you to return that.
Stephen struggles to open his fingers.
I'm trying. Come on now. It's like my fingers froze. Here's some of that. I don't know. It's a high altitude or something.
He finally succeeds in slipping the scarab into his other hand.
There. Take it. So strange. Sorry, but...
Stephen's body flips around, keeping the scarab away from Harrow.
I will not ask again.
I didn't do that on purpose. I don't know what's happening.
Stephen rotates his body back so Harrow can grab the scarab.
There we go. Just take it. Take it.
Stephen starts walking away. This is a big surprise to him, as the gunman.
Oh, God, no, I'm trying to stop my legs.
Take him.
I can't. I'm trying to stop my legs from moving. I'm trying to give it to you.
The gunmen march Stephen away.
Wait.
It's all right.
I'm trying, mate. I swear. I'm trying to give it to you.
The thugs pull at the scarab. Got it! Stephen's eyes roll back in his head. He shudders and slumps against the thug. The world goes black. When Stephen wakes up, he's standing there, holding the scarab in his hand. He's got blood all over him, and the thugs are dead on the ground.
No, this idiot's back.
Stephen raises his hands, noticing the dead bodies around him.
Sorry.
He notices the bloody scarab in his grip.
Oh, God.
He starts to run away.
I'm risking. I'm gonna go, right? Yeah?
The thugs converge on him as Harrow looks on.
Oh, God. I see you angry. I know I'll make you angry. I'm sorry, yeah? Please, I don't...
Stephen struggles to find a route out of there.
Oh, God.
Don't you dare drop that scarab.
All right.
Stephen is stopped by the crowd before he jumps in a parked cupcake van. He turns it on and starts to drive away.
That is my van! That's my van!
Interior van. Moments later, Stephen drives away from the village, panicked.
What am I doing? I don't even have my license.
Stephen looks in the rear view and sees he's being chased.
Oh my God, bugger. There's so many of them. This has to be a dream. This has to be a dream. They're going to kill me. Come on, you bloody cupcake van, move it!
Stephen is being chased down the winding roads by several thugs. He struggles to move past another van on this tight mountain road.
Come on, move your ass. Thank you. So sorry. Thank you.
He passes the van. It's being driven by a little old lady who politely flips him off.
Charming.
The thugs start shooting at him. Yay, I practiced all day for that. One of the thugs jumps onto the back of the van and opens the door. Stephen starts swerving, trying to slow the thug's journey to him. Stephen picks up cupcake after cupcake, throwing it at the thug. The thug grabs Stephen, and Stephen shoves a cupcake into his eye. The thug tightens its grip and starts aiming his gun into Stephen's face.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry about the cupcake. No.
Another thug drives up next to them and aims a shotgun into the cabin. Stephen's eyes roll up again and the world shakes. The world goes black. When Stephen wakes this time, the thug is dead, shot in the head and sitting in the back of the van. Stephen holds the gun, which he drops.
Wake up, Marc. If you lose the scarab, I'll kill you both.
Son, what's happening?
Truck, stupid!
What?
Truck!
Stephen looks to the road again, seeing a truck racing towards him.
No.
Stephen screams and swerves, barely missing the logging truck. But the car right behind him doesn't miss. It slams into the truck and is promptly crushed by the wood. Stephen continues on with thugs on either side of him. He can see the scale tattoo on their wrists. He's got guns trained at him from both sides. His eyes roll back. Stephen shakes and blacks out. Stephen awakens, still driving.
Oh, God. I'm driving backwards.
He sees the thugs coming towards him now. In fear, Stephen throws a gun at them.
Did he just throw the gun?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Then we must be parasites.
The thug's car slams into Stephen's van and he spins, sending the cupcake toppling off the roof. The van dies.
Come on.
The thugs come to a stop in front of him. Stephen raises his hands in surrender. The thugs stand in the street, aiming their guns before being wiped off the road by the toppling logs from further up the road.
Oh, shit!
Stephen sees the logs coming for him and he ducks out of the way. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment. Stephen jumps awake and looks around. He breathes heavy, still trying to figure out if this is a dream. He sees his reflection in the mirror and checks his ankle restraint. He breathes a sigh of relief.
Oh, God.
He laughs and lays back. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment. Stephen moves for the door and removes a tape, tossing it aside. Stephen watches a TV show on prehistoric man.
What Neanderthals dreamed of? The paleanthropologists.
Stephen sits back with a cereal.
How are we doing, guys? Sleep all right?
He takes a bite of cereal.
I don't know what the fishes dream about.
Stephen looks back, having noticed something. He crosses to the fish tank, his eyes never leaving Gus.
What the?
Interior pet shop.
Fish?
The pet shop attendant looks at him quizzically. She takes the blender container from Stephen.
What do you mean grew back?
Yesterday, that fish had one fin. It was like that when I bought him today. Today, what do you see?
I see two.
Two fins. Yeah, sorry, but yeah, he got two fins now. So is that normal? Or...
Well, if you want to swap it, go ahead. But like I said yesterday, they've all got...
What do you mean? I wasn't here yesterday.
You weren't, but someone was.
Yeah, all right, look, as I said, they've all got two fins. I don't care what that Nemo movie says. Find a pet shop that sells disabled fish and go there. I don't have time for this.
Stephen notices a clock above the register.
Is that clock right?
It's 4 p.m.
No, that's impossible. I just woke up.
Are you mad? The fish is wrong. The time is wrong. You're not quite right.
I got a date. Sorry, I got a date.
Stephen leaves with his fish. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment. Stephen straightens his tie, trying his best to look cool. But if there's one thing Stephen isn't, it's cool.
All right.
He looks to another 3-part mirror.
No.
He takes off the jacket and tie. Exterior steak restaurant. Stephen sits at a table, waiting. The waiter approaches.
We still expecting one more?
Yes, it's not so good, is it?
The waiter walks away and Stephen pulls out his phone. He dials and waits.
Gee, calling me now?
What are they? I'm at the restaurant mistake. Time.
Yeah, I ate steak by myself, thanks. 2 days ago.
What? I thought we said Friday. It's today.
Right. Welcome to Sunday.
Oh no, I think Friday still comes after the Thursday, doesn't it?
It doesn't change the fact that today is Sunday, which means lose my number. Cheers.
She hangs up.
But
The waiter approaches again, and Stephen stops him.
sorry, what day is it today?
Sunday, sir.
Really?
The kitchen's closing soon.
Okay. You know what? I'll have a steak, please.
Sure. What cut would you like?
I see. I'll have the best bit of the steak. That's the best bit that I want.
The cuts fillet, and how would you like that?
Good, yeah. Very good. Very good, yeah.
I'll put you for well done.
Well, now you've ruined it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's delicious.
No, Stephen, no. Sit in your sadness. No, well done steaks. Rude. Anyway, exterior street, night. Stephen walks along on the phone with his mother. As he walks along, he tosses the flowers he bought in the trash.
Yeah, you know, I think she really liked me. She loved the flowers, yeah. I'm gonna bring her around soon, I think, yeah. I think you love her. Yeah, she's got a great sense of humor, so... Anyway, I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. Love you later, skaters.
Stephen reaches his apartment and buzzes himself in. Interior, Stephen Grant's apartment. An hour later, Stephen enters his empty apartment. He turns on the light, then decides against it and turns it off. Interior, Stephen Grant's apartment. Minutes later, Stephen is single-handedly eating the box of chocolates he bought for Dylan. He looks over at Gus.
What's...
Gus says nothing, because he's a fish.
All right, you can have some sprinkles.
Stephen crosses to the tank and drops a few sprinkles into the tank. He eyes the fish.
Yo, Gus, I'm gonna be Lady Queen Sheba.
He turns and the chocolates fall from his hands. Stephen sags. What else can go wrong? As he picks up the chocolate, he notices deep scratches in the floor.
What's this?
He moves the carpet aside, seeing a track of scratches in the floor. And he moves the table to the end of the scratches and looks around. As he looks up, he sees a loose board. He steps up on the table and touches the loose board.
What is this about?
He drops the board and reaches into the darkness, pulling out a flip phone, Jesus, Jen, charger, and storage room key. Interior, Stephen Grant's apartment. Minutes later, Stephen sits and looks at the phone, which comes to life now that he's charged it.
There we are. All right.
He opens it and checks the missed calls. 99% are from someone named Layla. The only other call is from someone named Duchamp.
Layla.
Suddenly the phone rings and Stephen recognizes the caller ID. Layla! He answers it.
Yeah?
Oh my God, you're alive.
Yeah, all right.
That's it. I've been texting and calling you for months. You couldn't give me any sign that you were okay. I thought something happened to you. Where are you? Where have you been? Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
I just found his phone in my flat, and I'm just trying to figure out who it is.
What is with this accent?
What?
What is happening right now?
Sorry. Who do you think I am?
What do you mean, who? What's wrong with you, Marc?
What did you just call me? Who is this? Why'd you call me Marc?
Layla hangs up.
Hello?
He tries to call her back.
No.
She doesn't answer.
Stephen.
Stephen looks around, but he can't see anyone else here.
Stephen.
Hello?
Stephen.
The voice seems to be coming from the bathroom.
You need to stop.
Who said that?
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
No. Someone's having a laugh. Oh God.
Stephen crosses to the bathroom and pulls open the door. No one's there. All he sees is his silhouette in the mirror. He sighs with relief.
What?
His reflection shakes his head. No. Stephen turns on the light and his reflection stares back at him. The lights around his apartment flicker. Stephen turns to the lights, but his reflection keeps his eyes locked on Stephen.
Stephen.
Stephen turns back to the mirror, which now seems to be talking to him.
Stop looking.
Stephen's apartment starts rumbling and he rushes for the front door.
God. What's happening? What's happening?
He runs out. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment hallway continuous. Stephen enters the hall and runs for the elevators.
Oh, God.
Interior elevator continuous. Stephen darts into the elevator and slaps the buttons. The doors close, and Stephen breathes hard. Stephen turns and looks at his reflection in the mirrored wall of the elevator. The elevator stops, and the doors open on the 3rd floor. Stephen looks down the hallway before hitting the buttons again.
No, G. Let's go. Come on, go on the floor.
The door closes, and Stephen is filled with unease. The doors open again on the 2nd floor. A shadowy figure stands in the hall. The creature mumbles, his large bird skull staring right at Stephen. Khonshu lumbers towards Stephen. Stephen backs up against the elevator as Khonshu draws closer. Stephen falls to the floor. Hold the door! Khonshu grabs the elevator door, keeping it open. Stephen screams. A woman pulls open the elevator doors. Thank you. The woman looks concerned at Stephen on the floor. A beat. Ah, hi.
All right.
Fine, thank you. Did I steal your part? I'm so sorry. I literally am just reading. Shit. I hope you find it.
Electrical problems in the building, isn't it?
It's always the same, isn't it? You know, just this one messing everything up. The elevator door opens and the woman hurries out.
I'll be back on the 5th floor.
The woman rushes to the first door she sees and starts knocking on it. Yes, the 5th. My friend Claire lives here. I'm visiting her. She's expecting me. Stephen steps into the hall.
What's going on?
The lights in the elevator flutter and flash, and Jennifer apologizes profusely. Stephen turns back and finds himself face to face with Khonshu. Interior bus the next day. Stephen screams, suddenly standing on a bus. The other passengers are staring at him. Stephen looks out the window and sees Khonshu standing on the street before he vanishes in the blink of an eye. Stephen has no idea how he got there. The bus comes to a stop and Stephen runs off. He looks back at the bus and sees Harrow staring at him.
God, he's real.
Interior museum lobby. Minutes later, JB sits at his station watching otter videos. Stephen walks up to the desk.
Hey, JB, how you doing, mate?
How's it going, Scotty? All right, mate.
It's Stephen. Are you watching auto videos again?
They're adorable, mate.
Great. Yeah, cool. Listen, man, I need you to keep an eye out because I'm...
Really, mate?
Yeah, we just, like, let anyone in, yeah?
It's a museum. That'll be difficult.
Obviously, I just mean, like, anyone dodgy.
Anyone who wants to come in can. It's free.
I get it. This man.
Donna crosses to him.
Can you take these downstairs?
Wait, I know.
JB's phone rings.
Gotta go. It's Mum.
I get it. Just a second.
Take it downstairs now.
Just help me out.
Can you take this downstairs, please?
Stephen looks over her shoulder and sees someone.
Oh my God, man was on the bus.
She tries to hand him a basket of stuffed toys.
I don't give a monkey's. Take these downstairs.
Will you please just give me a minute? Yeah, thanks, Donna.
Stephen walks off.
You're still on inventory tonight.
Stephen follows after the man, but he loses sight of him as Stephen moves around the display.
So, you really do work here.
God.
I'd assumed Stephen Grant was an alien. Imagine my surprise to find you here.
Stephen crosses to one of the security guards and waves him down.
Excuse me, Ronnie, this man right here has been following me. Now, I don't know.
Ronnie pulls his sleeve and flashes his own scales tattoo.
Please, Emmett.
Thank you.
Ronnie, you're part of this.
Stephen turns back to Harrow.
Mate, I don't have your bloody beetle.
Oh, I mean,
I know, I mean, no, personally, she's been JT, right? Let's go spooky, man.
she was only the boogeyman for evildoers.
Right.
She grew weary of having to wait for sinners to commit their crime before punishing them. Would you wait to weed a garden till after the roses were dead?
I won't do that.
Stephen backs away nervously from Harrow.
The justice of Amit surveys the whole of our lives.
Got it.
Past, present, future. She knows what we've done and what we will do.
Great. Okay. Well, the books must have left that part out.
The door in front of Stephen is shut by another one of Harrow's followers. He turns to run, and another follower pulls up her sleeve to reveal the scales tattoo.
Consider this. Had Amit been free, she would have prevented Hitler and the destruction he wrought. Nero, the Armenian genocide, Pol Pot.
Not nice people.
But she was betrayed.
Was she?
By indolent fellow gods. By even her own avatar.
Avatars. Blue people. Love that film.
By avatar, what I mean...
You mean the anime?
Stephen, stop it.
Are you going to kill me?
The lights flicker. Harrow never looks away.
It's maddening, isn't it? The voice in your head, relentless, forever unsatisfied. No matter how hard you try to please, it devours you until there's nothing left but a hollow shell. And the more you ask for help, the more you begin to sound like the boy who cried wolf.
I can't help you.
I am trying to help you.
Harrow takes Stephen's hands, smoothly putting his cane onto Stephen's forearms.
I saw you kill that woman in the Alps.
I only told her what millions more will soon learn. Do you want to know the truth?
The cane swings back and forth. The scale on his arm swings back and forth, not coming to a stop. Harrow locks eyes with Stephen.
There's chaos in you.
There's what?
The door behind Stephen opens and he turns quickly. Stephen hurries away from Harrow, making his escape.
Let him go.
Harrow watches him leave. Interior Museum that night. Stephen works on inventory, scanning in items. The lights slowly click off as Stephen finishes up and leaves. He's nearly at the front door when he hears a dog howl. He looks back.
Oh, bloody hell.
He points, trying to get the attention of the custodians, but they don't notice him. The dog squeals again, and Stephen turns.
Hello, Donna.
He walks back into the museum. The dog howls again.
JB, pets allowed in the museum.
The dog keeps whimpering.
Here, boy.
Stephen whistles.
Hello.
He stops, looking around.
Who are you, little bugger?
Stephen walks away, but his reflections remain, watching him. The reflection sees a large jackal creature crawling behind the display.
What are you doing, Stephen? Here, boy.
He whistles for the dog.
Hello.
He walks amongst the display pieces.
Classic. Hey, you. Can you hear me?
The creature's eyes glow as it stares out from behind a statue.
Oh.
Stephen walks on. His pace quickens. He rounds a corner, heading for the exit. He stops in his tracks when he sees the shadow of the jackal creature on the wall. Stephen backs away and hides behind a display, only taking his eyes off the creature at the last minute. The intercom clicks on overhead.
Stephen Grant of the gift shop. Give me the scarab and you won't be torn apart.
Stephen hears the creature growling. He tosses his bag aside, trying to draw the creature to it. The jackal tackles his bag and Stephen rises. He sneaks along, almost knocking over an ancient stone vase. Luckily, he catches it before it shatters. But the creature hears him. Stephen screams as he runs. The jackal jumps onto the wall and gives chase. Stephen's arm is scratched and he keeps running. Interior museum back hallways continuous. Stephen pushes open the door and keeps running. He pulls down a set of shelves to block the path, but it does little.
Lord.
Stephen tries to use his ID to open a door, but he can't do it in time. He keeps running.
Oh, God.
He tries his ID on another door. Again, and he sprints inside. Interior museum, back bathroom continuous. Stephen slams the door closed and backs away.
Oh, God.
Stephen.
Stephen's reflection looks back at him, speaking with this new voice.
Stephen, I can save us.
Stephen looks to the other mirror in his reflection, Marc, now walking away from him.
But I can't have you fighting me this time.
Stephen turns and sees Marc behind him.
You need to give me control. Do you understand?
Yeah, what? Control of what? What are you talking about?
Marc points at the door, which has been rattling from repeated jackal attacks.
That thing's about to break through the door. We are out of time.
Stephen jumps, scared.
All right, hey, listen to me.
Damn it, no.
Listen. Look at me.
No.
Stephen slaps himself, trying to wake up.
Look at me.
You're not real.
This is real. I'm real.
No, you're not real. No, this is real.
Stephen points angrily at Marc.
Yes, Stephen. You gotta give me control. It's the only way.
Stephen starts panicking, beginning to hyperventilate.
God, I'm gonna die.
Stephen.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Look at me.
Stephen calms and looks at Marc. Marc is calm in the face of what feels like certain death.
You're not gonna die. Let me save us.
Stephen looks at him. He thinks for a moment and nods. Stephen falters a little before standing to his full height. Bandages begin to emerge from behind him, enveloping his body. The door breaks open and the jackal charges. Outside the bathroom, sounds of a fight can be heard. The jackal sounds like it's doing some real damage. A sink flies across the room and smashes against the wall. The jackal lands on the doorframe, clawing away from the room, but the jackal can't get away as it's dragged back into the bathroom. A figure, clad in a white costume, throws the jackal to the ground. Yes! He kicks the jackal in the face and punches its head into the ground over and over until it dies. The Moon Knight has awakened! End of episode 1! Interior Stephen Grant's apartment morning. The sounds of the jackal still ring in Stephen's ears as he screams himself awake. He jumps up and takes off running. He's forgotten the ankle cuff and he reaches the end of his tether. Stephen is jerked back and falls onto his face. He looks around before letting his head sag back down. Interior Stephen Grant's apartment bathroom morning. Stephen opens up his mirror and stares at himself, looking for Marc.
Yeah? No? Yeah, I think so.
Exterior museum. An hour later, Stephen walks into work, making his way up the stairs and into work. Interior museum lobby. Stephen walks past a maintenance man, giving him a cautionary look. Stephen looks ahead and worries.
Bro, hey.
JB is cordoning off the main hall of the museum.
Oh, hey, bro. It's proper mad in there.
What happened? What is it?
They're saying burst pipes. But it don't look like that to me.
Has anyone seen the security footage?
Well, yeah, it was about to.
All right. I should go with you, yeah? I may have some information about it.
All right, come on.
Yeah.
Interior museum security desk continuous. JB sits at his desk in front of a wall of screens.
Do not tell Donna that I let you in this arena.
Bro, listen, I must warn you. What you're about to see is going to melt your brain, yeah?
Come on.
Listen to me. Just get everything you want. Like 16 focus, bro, yeah?
All right, mate.
Ready?
Yeah.
Roll the tape.
They watch the playback from the night before. On the screen, they see Stephen hiding behind the display right after he first saw the jackal.
Is that you, Scotty?
So, Stephen, you asked me. Yeah.
They play it through frame by frame for a moment.
Watch, here it comes.
Are you crying?
A bit, yeah, a bit. Oh, watch here, it comes. Wait for it, wait for it.
They keep watching. All they see is Stephen, no jackal.
How long am I waiting?
In the footage, Stephen takes off running, having just thrown his bag.
Different angle, yeah? Different, yeah, that's it. Here it comes.
Now he's almost knocking over the vase. He's running away from something, but there's nothing chasing him.
No, wait.
In the footage, Steven tears open the door to the back.
Why are you going in? What are you doing, you donut?
No, just a minute. Here it comes.
Steven is still running from nothing.
Wait. No, just a minute.
You messed up the nose.
Shh, I don't.
Wait.
Oh, God.
There we get biting it. He's gonna absolutely shoot you.
I swear to God, there was a dog chasing me. Like a big hound or...
Hound of the Baskervilles, was it?
A kitchen jackal. It was a jackal.
Jackal. I heard it now.
Oh, God. Fast forward till when I come out. When I come out.
Oh, yeah, why not? Yeah, let me do it.
Steven points to the screen, hoping to have footage of the costume he remembers.
There, have a look.
Yeah.
Steven looks intensely at the footage, as intense as JB is. On screen, out walks Marc. No costume. Marc looks up at the camera.
It's still you, bro.
Steven locks eyes with Marc on the screen.
It's not me.
Interior Museum HR. An hour later, Steven stares at the desk. His HR guy walks around the table and sits down.
I should tell you, the museum has no wish to press charges.
Okay.
Mr. Grant, we've spoken to your colleagues.
Yeah.
It's all been a bit of a struggle for you recently, eh?
Yeah, a bit.
This particular group of doctors has a long-standing relationship with us.
The HR guy hands Steven a pamphlet for a mental health facility.
Doctors? Oh.
Steven looks at the pamphlet.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
I can arrange an appointment.
Okay, yeah. It's actually the push.
Steven holds it up to the HR guy, pointing to a particular photo.
Look, they're the listeners, right?
They really are. I know this is classic HR to say, but you're not alone.
Yeah. It's like part of the problem, isn't it?
Before you leave us, I'm sorry for the protocol of it, but any museum property on your person?
Steven goes through his pockets, pulling out the key he found earlier. He puts it back in his pocket.
No, I haven't seen anything. I swear I know nothing.
The HR guy points to Steven's chest. Steven looks down and realizes what he's asking for. His name tag. Steven pulls it off, full of sadness.
Yeah.
He places it on the glass tabletop and stares at his reflection. Exterior park, an hour later. Steven sits on a bench with the gold statue man.
Well, that's it. I got the stuff. I'm a vandal. Should have been arrested. I need to find this thing in my flat. I swear, I'm not joking. It's not one, is it? Like, if I can find that storage locker, that might be my one chance to prove myself that I'm not mad. Oh, mate, thank you. Thanks. Cheers.
Steven hugs the statue man and heads off, looking for answers. Interior storage facility, hours later, Steven walks up to the main desk.
Hiya.
Hey.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, man, this is like the 5th branch I've been to, and I'm looking for my storage locker. So, under Stephen Grant. If it's not under Stephen Grant, it might be under Marc. I don't have a surname, just Marc. Have a look for me, if it's also alright. I know it sounds...
Of course. Oh, yeah, I know you. 43. Right. I never forget a face.
Interior storage facility halls moments later. The front desk clerk walks Steven through the halls towards Unit 43. Never forgets a face. The lights flicker to life. The front desk clerk unlocks the unit and leaves Steven alone. Steven cautiously opens the door and steps inside. Interior Steven's storage unit continuous. The lights click on and Steven's face drops. The unit is filled with shelves of clothes and gear, a small cot on the far side. Stephen notices a small rack of clothes and a black bag at the far end. Stephen crosses to the bag. He looks around, totally lost. He crouches and opens the bag. He pops open the top and sags.
Oh, God.
Stephen reaches into the bag and pulls out a gun. He gingerly places it on the cot next to him. He looks back in the bag and pulls out a few stacks of money. He digs further into the bag and finds a passport. He opens it. It has his picture, but a different name. Stephen sighs. He digs further into the bag and pulls out the scarab.
Away. It's real. It's totally real.
He pops the wings on the scarab, and it flies into the air, floating in his palm.
Whoa.
Come on, Harry Potter realness. Golden snitch and shit. Anyway, he rises. The scarab. It's still floating.
I say your compass, but you're not pointing north.
Stephen, I need you to listen to me very carefully.
Stephen looks at his reflection in the mirrored wall and sees Marc looking back.
Marc? There he is. Here he comes.
Stephen waves to Marc.
Hello. Man in the mirror. Just wondering if you'd pop again.
I know you're scared.
Yeah.
I know you're confused. You weren't supposed to see any of this.
No, well, a bit late for that, ain't it? So what? Am I like meant to be in some sort of mad secret agent or something?
It's a little more complicated than that.
More complicated? What? Why possessed? Are you like a demon, or...?
You're in danger, and I can save us just like I did last night. But I can't have you interfering in what I have left to do. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to go lay down on that cot back there, and you're going to take a nice nap.
Are you joking? Sleep? I'm never going to go sleep again. You hear me? Look, I don't care how bloody handsome you are. Tell me what it is you... Tell me what it is you are. What are you?
You sure you want to know?
Yes, blood, yes.
Marc takes a moment.
I serve Khonshu. I'm his avatar, which means you are too. Sort of. We protect the vulnerable and deliver Khonshu's justice to those who hurt them.
Khonshu?
Yeah.
The Egyptian god of the moon?
Marc nods. Stephen can't believe what he's hearing.
Oh, God. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I ate one piece of steak and then bam, I go bonkers. Oh, God, I'm having a panic attack.
I made a deal with Khonshu.
I need to go to the hospital.
Marc talks to Stephen from the reflective surface of the gun.
That deal is contingent on you not interfering, Stephen. Now give me the body. Let me finish this and you'll never hear from me again.
You want my body? Right, yeah. Marc, how about this for a deal? I want this bag with illegal shit, yeah?
Stephen packs up the bag. As he does, the light starts to flicker.
And I'm going to go straight to the authorities, and they're going to put me away so I don't hurt anyone else. And hopefully, NHS will fill me enough pills so that you get out of my head.
Stephen grabs the bag and rushes out. Interior storage facility halls continuous. Stephen stands in the hall, the lights flickering around him. He looks down the hall, turning at every flickering light. He misses seeing Khonshu at the end of the hall. As the flickering lights draw closer, as does Khonshu.
God. Oh, God.
Suddenly, Khonshu is right next to him. Stephen screams and takes off running. The doors to the other units rattle as he runs by, doing his best to avoid Khonshu. But Khonshu draws closer. Stephen rounds a corner, and there stands Khonshu. The giant bird-headed god turns to face Stephen.
Give it back, you fool!
Stephen screams in terror! Exterior storage facility, moments later, perfect. Stephen rushes outside, whimpering. He trips and falls into the street, barely avoiding getting hit by a motor scooter. The scooter stops and looks down at him.
Marc, where have you been?
Stephen looks up, confused.
Layla.
Exterior streets, moments later, Layla and Stephen ride through the city.
What the hell is going on? Is this Stephen the latest fake identity for you? I figured you were using a coded message when we spoke on the phone.
Stephen could not look more confused.
How did you find me?
How'd you think I tracked your phone? I thought you wanted me to do when you turned it on.
Right, yeah.
Stephen is gently holding her shoulder, very uncomfortable with all of this.
You know, you really could have given me a sign that you were alive. I thought you were in just danger or kidnapped again. I just kept thinking, he's got a suit, he's fine. And then I thought, well, what if he gets ambushed when he's not wearing it? And what if he doesn't have it?
They hit a bump, and Stephen holds tighter.
Stop clasping my shoulder like that.
I don't know what to hold.
It's like a Victorian. I'm riding with a Victorian Duchess.
What do I hang on?
You hold her around the waist.
You see the spiral you put me through? It's not okay, yeah? I'm still your wife. By the way, this would be a great time for you to say something. Anything, just in case it's not clear.
Sorry. Did you say wife? Are we married?
Look, I'm pretty sure we lost whoever was chasing you. Just drop the act.
It's not an act.
Stop with the accent, please.
This is how I talk.
Okay, get off the bike.
No. Wait. Please. I'll tell you everything. Just get me to my flat, yeah? Just get me home.
All right.
Interior Stephen Grant's apartment. Minutes later, the door opens and they rush inside. Layla looks around the apartment, taking it all in. She stops and looks at Gus. Marc staring at her from the reflection.
Shouldn't be here. Get her out of here, Stephen. You're way out of your depth.
She turns back to Stephen.
I just want my life back.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
No, sorry, I wasn't talking to you, just talking to myself, sort of.
This is your flat, Marc?
I'm Stephen.
Are you living here with someone else?
No, this is my mom's flat.
Okay, so you guys are talking again?
Mm-hmm.
She reaches his bookshelf and pulls off a book of poetry.
Marceline Desbordes Valmore?
Yep.
Stephen looks at her.
Je suis triste de vous dans la mer.
Les étés et ton absent sont un suie sombre crayon chambre.
Oui. The poet.
No. She's my favorite.
That's mental.
She looks around the apartment, finding Stephen's huge stack of books.
So you're learning French and hieroglyphics?
Yeah, well, it's not that impressive, really. It's like Griffith's poetry, which is more
like an alphabet.
Yeah, and well, you still have to know ancient Egyptian to read it.
Sure.
For example, like this one, right?
Funeral rites?
But someone knows that you amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean that in a creepy way.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not buying this, Marc. Whatever accent you want. Yeah.
She pulls out a small stack of papers.
Let's just get this over with. You sent these papers, but you never signed them.
Did I?
This is what you wanted.
Stephen pulls out his glasses.
After everything, you told me that we needed to move on.
All right.
Yeah, you doing this or not?
What
are you doing?
Look, you seem absolutely lovely. This Marc on the other is a right twit.
Marc hangs his head in the mirror.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain what's been happening.
Stephen.
I don't expect you to believe me.
Stephen, listen to me.
I honestly don't really believe myself. All I can do is try to.
You're making a mistake.
You're making a mistake. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Try to show what I found.
It's Stephen.
I found this bag in the storage locker.
Stephen moves to the bag, showing Layla the contents.
Stephen, don't listen to me.
Save it. It's all sorts.
Stop what you're doing right now.
Of things.
Get away from the bag. Don't show her what's in the bag.
Most interestingly,
you're gonna get her killed. You hear me?
This stops Stephen in his tracks.
Most interestingly is what?
You show her the scarab. You're responsible when they come after her.
Stephen's thinking things over.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Never mind.
What's in there?
Nothing. Wait.
She shoves Stephen out of the way and he reaches into the bag. Oh, she reaches into the bag and she pulls out the scarab.
Bloody hell.
Scarab pointing to Amit's Ushtabi. We fought side by side for.
No.
This whole one-man show is just what? So you can keep it for yourself?
No, I swear.
After all we've been... Just stop. I'm supposed to believe anything you say with a shoved in... What? A gym bag!
Take it. You can have it. Take it. I don't want it. I swear. Have it. I am not Mark Spector. I am Stephen Grant. I walk in a gift shop. Well, I used to gift shop. I think you're in danger. I think that may be that you might be the only person to help me. Please.
She looks at him, a quiet beat.
I really don't remember why we've been looking for this. Our adventures. Our life together.
God, I wish I could.
This means a lot to Layla, and there's a knock at the door.
Stephen Grant, can we have a word?
See? Oh God, they've come for me.
Why?
I vandalized the toilet.
Another knock.
Yeah, just a minute.
Stephen crosses to the door as Layla hides.
Stephen Grant?
Yeah.
DC Fitzgerald and DC Kennedy here.
Yeah, 1 second.
Stephen unlocks the door and opens it a crack. Outside his door stand two detectives flashing their badges. DC Kennedy smiles.
Hello, officers.
Stephen Grant?
Stephen continues to peek through the cracked door.
I think so, yeah. I mean, yeah, yes, that's me. 100% Stephen Grant.
They both just look at him.
Sorry, I was having a bit of a day.
Mind if we come in, Mr. Grant?
Actually, right now isn't...
DC Fitzgerald pushes past Stephen, shoving the door open as the officers make their way inside.
Appreciate it.
Anyone else here with you?
Hell no, just me and my fish.
Yeah.
The officers are looking around his apartment, searching for something.
So, yeah.
Stephen stands for an awkward beat as they look around.
It's the toilet, because it's been dealt with. Yeah, I'm inside.
DC Kennedy takes note of the ankle strap on his bed.
Yeah, I know, that's... I have a sleeping this one.
DC Kennedy nods and keeps searching.
Yeah, well, the museum said that they wouldn't press charges as long as so I'm doing it in installments. They said that I could.
Stephen turns to face DC Fitzgerald, who holds a miniature pyramid.
What's this?
It's a paperweight.
Where'd you get it?
Paperweight shop.
DC Kennedy looks out the open window, missing Layla, hiding on the roof.
You're in possession of a stolen item.
Oh, yeah,
DC Fitzgerald notices the gym bag.
No, I don't have it. I don't. It's not here.
DC Fitzgerald pulls out the passport.
Marc Spector.
It's not mine.
Funny that.
DC Fitzgerald walks over to Stephen and flashes the passport.
Fellow looks just like you.
Fake passports and a thief?
Tisk, tisk.
I think you best come with us, son.
Interior police cruiser. Minutes later, the detectives drive Stephen through the streets. Stephen struggles with his handcuffs in the back seat. DC Kennedy is pulling up a file on Stephen based on the passport.
Wow, looky. Guess what we've got here, Billy?
Go on, tell me.
We've only got ourselves a full-blown international fugitive.
No, it's a mistake. It's not me.
Marc Spector was part of a team of mercenaries that hit a dig site in Egypt.
She pulls up a few crime scene photos.
Here's what they did to the archaeologist. Zip-tied and shot in the back of the head execution style.
That's dark, man.
No. I didn't do that. It's not me.
Of course you didn't, Stephen.
Exterior unknown location night. The car pulls up and comes to a stop.
I thought we were going to the police station.
DC Fitzgerald adjusts his rearview mirror. Stephen catches a glimpse of the scale tattoo on his wrist.
Now, why would you think that?
Sit tight, yeah?
They get out of the car, leaving Steven locked inside.
No.
Realization falls over Steven, who's growing more panicked by the minute. A soccer ball bounces off the window and Steven jumps. He sees some people playing outside the car and struggles to get their attention.
Hello? Hello? Excuse me.
A woman stands and looks into the car, locking eyes with Steven.
Help, please. I've been kidnapped.
She holds up the ball and Steven sees the scale tattoo on her wrist, too.
She's wanted. God.
Steven shudders and sees Marc in his reflection. Steven shakes but remains in control.
What?
You don't need to fight me, Steven. Surrender control.
No. I saw what you did.
It's not what you think.
I can never give you a choice. Ever. Do you hear me?
The walkie in the car chirps.
I hear you loud and clear, Steven granted the shop.
Steven's door opens and he falls out onto the cobblestone at the feet of Harrow.
God.
Harrow crouches to Steven, D.C. Kennedy behind him.
I'm sorry for the wait. We just needed a chance to better understand your situation. You have the keys?
She hands Harrow the keys.
Let's get you out of those cuffs. There you go. Thank you both. Aren't they terrific?
Yeah, lovely.
All right, well, no wonder your scales don't balance.
Harrow helps Steven to his feet.
It must be very difficult having all those voices inside one head. Lady Grant, Marc Spector, Khonshu. I'm curious, do you think that Khonshu chose you as avatar because your mind would be so easy to break, or because it was broken already?
No, I'm not broken. It needs some help with me.
That's right. That's why I'm here, to help.
Steven starts panicking. Khonshu stands behind Harrow.
Okay, what is it? Do you see him? You see him right now. That's a privilege I no longer have.
Kill him!
What's he saying, huh? Is he telling me to kill me?
Break his windpipe!
Yeah.
Well, just remember, you don't have to do everything he asks. So, before you get excited and put on the cape, I'd love to take this opportunity to show you around.
Several trash cans are knocked over as if launched by a strong wind.
It's all right, it's all right. That's all he can do without your help. Come.
Exterior Harrow commune. Night. Harrow and Steven walk through the commune.
See, this neighborhood used to have the highest crime rate in all the city. There was so much suffering, so much pain.
Harrow nods at a few of his followers.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It was truly heartbreaking. Now, people don't lock their doors at night. They feel safe. Oh, Chase, are those the tomatoes?
One of his followers approaches with a big box full of tomatoes.
You have a green thumb. Beautiful. Thank you. But you don't want to tell anyone. No, people don't want to hear you. They'd rather cling to their fear, cling to their pain.
A goat bleats.
Go.
What? Yes.
Harrow smiles and says something in Mandarin to one of his followers, who responds in kind. Harrow kicks a soccer ball back to the follower.
Do you all speak Chinese?
Mandarin. We all aspire to learn 3 languages, so we teach each other. We share our knowledge.
Khonshu crouches on a nearby roof, staring at them. Interior Harrow commune. Jeez. Moments later, Harrow walks Steven into his headquarters.
Wow.
Several followers watch a nature documentary.
You hungry? The food's free. You're a vegan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so am I. You might want to try the lentil soup. I made it this morning. It's Victor's recipe.
Harrow gestures up to Victor, who sits on a ledge.
Gracias, Victor.
Victor waves.
He's from the Yucatan. He's very fun.
Harrow hands Steven a tray for food.
Here.
Harrow starts grabbing selections for his tray.
I know being on the right side of things is important. Khonshu always tries to ensnare those with a strong moral conscience.
You have no conscience.
Arak is knocked over by Khonshu.
You don't have to listen to him. He often throws temper tantrums like a 2-year-old. None of the gods respect him. Perhaps that's why he's banished.
Steven and Harrow take their full trays to a nearby table.
I only punish those who have already done harm. I am real justice.
But what's he saying now? I am real justice?
Can you hear him?
Not anymore. I was his former avatar. Before you. I was the Fist of Vengeance.
Harrow takes a nice bite of soup.
I'm not the fist of anything. That's the little American man living inside of me.
And that's Marc.
Soup's, yeah, it's very good. It's ace. That's lovely.
Khonshu punishes those who have already walked the legal path. His retribution comes too late. By the time his fist of vengeance arrives, people have already suffered. Amit knows this too well. She tears evil up from the root, casting her judgment before any evil's done. That's why we must resurrect her.
Right, but isn't that a bit dodgy? Like trusting your judgment of a weird crocodile lady?
You don't need to doubt her judgment. Amit will light the path to good by eradicating the choice of evil, which brings us to the scarab.
Several of Harrow's followers stand and start to gather around them.
That scarab functions as a kind of compass, leading us to Amit's tomb. She's out there waiting, longing to be free.
Stephen looks at the followers.
Hi.
While the cruel masses deserve to face her judgment, and in the wake of their screams, evil eradicated. Stephen, to exist at that moment, heaven on earth. So the scarab.
Oh, I don't have it.
No.
Honestly, I don't have it.
Well, maybe you know someone who does. Maybe Marc.
Marc is reflected in Stephen's silverware.
Don't you do it. Don't you say her name. Do not give Layla up. Just give me the body.
No, I don't.
May I speak with Marc?
Marc is listening from the mirror and not liking any of it.
Marc, what has Khonshu promised you? That this is your last mission, that then you'll be free? Trust me when I tell you Khonshu is a liar. There's always one last thing.
Sorry. If Amit judges people pre-evil, like before the fact, then isn't he judging an innocent person? I mean, a dog can be evil, can it? I think I'm killing my boss all the time, but I won't actually do it.
Stephen.
What about a child? Would you kill a child for something they might do in 30 years?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Sometimes the cure is a little taste of the disease. The difference between medicine and poison sometimes is only dosage. Consider a diseased limb. Amputation, horrific and grotesque, is necessary for the larger health.
But the child's not a diseased limb. Sorry, is that... So why are you all into that? Like killing children and that? Yeah, that's just me, but that's... I can't draw the line. Child murder.
Harrow sighs and looks to his cane.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's a cane, yeah.
Harrow holds it up.
This is...
The cane glows with purple power.
Amit's gift to her first avatar.
All right.
As Harrow holds it up, his followers step back in fear.
It contains in it a tiny sliver of her power. I don't want to use it. I don't.
Don't. I can't help you.
Yes, you can.
Harrow rises, as does Stephen. Stephen begins backing up into Harrow's followers.
I need to know, where is the scarab? Where is the scarab?
The followers close in.
Where is the scarab?
No.
Where is the scarab?
I have it.
They look to the entrance, and there stands Layla, holding the scarab over her head.
You couldn't possibly understand the value of what you're holding. Let me have that, and I'll keep it safe.
Khonshu stands over Stephen.
There is no deal with this, Marc. Fix this. Fix this.
Layla turns to Stephen.
Summon the suit.
Sorry, what?
Summon the suit.
Summon the soup? What are you saying?
The suit. Summon it.
The suit?
And keep this safe.
She shoves the scarab into his hands.
So be it.
Let's go. Let's go.
She grabs Stephen and they run. One of Harrow's acolytes grabs Layla.
Get off her.
They shove him back and into more followers who are closing in on them. They rush up the stairs. Harrow slams his cane into the ground and it cracks open. Purple energy cascades out of it.
Stephen!
Stephen is stopped by a guard. Stephen runs away in the opposite direction. He finds Layla kicking the hell out of one of Harrow's men before throwing him off the balcony. Harrow drops to his knee, chanting in Coptic. Stephen looks on at the badassery Layla is displaying.
That was awesome.
Harrow continues his spell. Finishing the last words, he stands and walks away. The floor drops out, and another jackal lifts itself out. Interior upstairs room moments later, Layla and Stephen rush inside, slamming the door behind them.
Here, hold the door.
They turn and they see the room is full of different sarcophagi and mummified remains.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die in an evil magician's man cave.
No. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me.
The jackal starts bashing into the locked door.
Your name is Marc. There's a suit. I've seen you use it. Bring it out.
No.
We need you to fight.
Let me in, Stephen.
No, I can't. Stop, please, both of you.
Let me in. There's no more time.
Please stop.
Listen to me. Your name is Marc. Bring it out.
Let me in. Let me in. Let me in, Stephen.
Where the hell are you? You need to fight.
Please stop. Leave me alone, both of you. Leave me alone.
Stephen grabs his head, overwhelmed.
Hey. You can do this, I promise. Stephen.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
She gives Stephen a hug.
Come on. Oh, it's all right. We'll just find another way.
She moves away, looking for another exit.
Come on, let's go.
The door splinters open, the jackal ready to charge. Stephen points.
Jackal!
Layla looks at the now open door, but sees nothing.
What jackal?
Jackal!
Stephen is backing away towards the large window. The jackal charges at him and tackles Stephen out the window. Exterior Harrow commune. Stephen plummets toward the ground.
Summon the suit.
Stephen slams into a pole and spins, but he sticks the perfect superhero landing. Mr. Knight, Stephen's version of the suit, looks up for a beat, then loses his balance and topples. He gets back to his feet and then looks down at his new suit. A pristine, white, three-piece suit, complete with a mask. He looks up to the roof, trying to piece together how he survived.
That should have been much worse.
Oi, Stephen. The hell are we wearing?
Marc calls to him from their reflection, dressed to match.
I don't know. She said I needed a suit.
Yeah, the ceremonial armor from Khonshu's temple, not Psycho Colonel Sanders.
I don't know how any of this shit works, man.
Mr. Knight gets distracted at his reflection.
Well, I think I do look shocked, though.
All right, but where is the scarab?
Scarab?
Mr. Knight checks his pockets before reaching behind his back and pulling out 2 billy clubs.
What's this? What's the pearls for?
He gives them the spin.
Pretty cool, actually.
The jackal lands on Mr. Knight. Exterior street. Moments later, Layla descends a ladder and arrives at the street. She hurries around the side of a car, scanning the street for Stephen. She turns and Mr. Knight crashes through a fence. Mr. Knight hits the concrete and skids to a stop. Layla sees him and gasps. Mr. Knight grabs for the bumper of the car in front of him and it crumbles in his grip. He pulls it off with ease.
You look different.
Mr. Knight is knocked forward by the unseen jackal. Mr. Knight gets dragged backwards and hoisted into the air. To Layla's eye, it looks like he's floating like a drunk wizard. Mr. Knight is slammed against the hood of a car. Layla runs toward him.
Stay away from me.
Stay away from what?
She's kicked away by the invisible jackal. Mr. Knight is slammed into the car and rolls onto the sidewalk. Mr. Knight is grabbed by the throat before being lifted against the car once again. Layla looks around and grabs a bottle. She throws it. It shatters across the invisible jackal's head, and the creature turns and roars at her. The jackal grabs her by the throat with its other arm and throws the both of them against the wall. Mr. Knight rises and is kicked against the car. Layla grabs the broken bottle and stabs it into where she thinks the creature is. It lands, but the jackal knocks her to the ground. She tries to crawl away, but the jackal grabs her and drags her back. She's lifted into the air by her ankle. Mr. Knight grabs a tire rim and slams it into the jackal. The jackal drops Layla and kicks Mr. Knight in the head. Mr. Knight looks up and sees himself in the bumper.
Give me control, Stephen. You can't handle this.
I think I can.
Mr. Knight stands.
Get away from her, you.
The jackal turns to face him.
Yeah, I see you, plug ugly coyote. You're on the wrong ends, mate. You're in my yard now.
Mr. Knight pulls off his jacket and throws it to the ground.
Yeah. Come on, that's it, right, come on.
He rolls up his sleeves and he starts bobbing like a boxer.
Ooh, look here. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. My name is Stephen with a B. Oh my God, here you come on.
The jackal charges in. Mr. Knight winds up and punches the creature across the face, sending it toppling across the street. He looks at his fist, shocked at its power.
What?
Mr. Knight throws his hands in the air in celebration.
I did it! You got planted! Layla! Did you see that?
The jackal kicks him and launches Mr. Knight down the street. Mr. Knight rolls into the street and struggles to get back to his feet. Two women look at Mr. Knight, unable to see the jackal.
Do you reckon he's having a seizure?
From their perspective, Mr. Knight is just fighting air. Nah, look at him. He's just a fancy drunk. Mr. Knight is slammed against a bus. Once, twice, thrice. 3 times, lady. Anyway, Mr. Knight grapples with the creature. A car honks as it races towards him. Mr. Knight turns the jackal into the car and slams into them. Mr. Knight groans, but still manages to get back on his feet. Across the street, the jackal rises. Stephen stands, mask off, and sees Marc in the window.
That was a hell of a punch back there.
Stephen looks around the street.
Yeah, someone's gonna get hurt if you don't let me help.
All right, do it. Take control. For now.
Stephen inhales, Marc taking control. The armor of Khonshu manifests over Marc. His eyes glow as the mask and hood envelop him. Moon Knight faces the jackal. Layla runs to him. Moon Knight pulls blades from his chest plate, ready for a fight. I believe you're muted, my darling.
Get it out of here.
Moon Knight takes off running, sprinting over the windshield of an oncoming car, the jackal hot on his heels. Moon Knight climbs up the side of a building, jamming his blades in for grip. Exterior rooftops continue as Moon Knight lands and runs across the roof. The jackal lands behind him and keeps pace. Moon Knight leaps across another rooftop, the moon at his back. He lands and hoists himself onto the roof and vaults over the balcony, keeping his inhuman speed. The Moon Knight lands and continues running.
Come on. That's it, just a little further.
The jackal jumps at him.
Gotcha!
Moon Knight jumps and stabs the creature in the throat, punching it onto the nearby rooftop. Moon Knight lands on top of the jackal, guiding it down onto the spire of a nearby church, and the jackal is impaled. Exterior church grounds continue as Moon Knight hits the ground. He takes a beat, then stands. The jackal disintegrates and Moon Knight catches his throwing blade. Moon Knight reaches out his arms and his suit retracts. Marc starts feeling his pockets.
No. Where is it? Where is it?
His pockets are empty.
Shit!
Marc drops to his knees. Exterior streets. Same time, a homeless man walks up to the scarab and picks it up.
I'm sorry, but that belongs to me. I can offer you food, clothing, but I am unable to offer you this. Thank you.
Harrow takes the scarab from him. Layla stops on her scooter and sees Harrow with the homeless man.
I wish you could live to see the world we make.
Harrow takes the man's hands and absorbs his life force. The homeless man drops to the ground, dead. Harrow looks upon his prize. He spots Layla right as she rides off. Exterior church grounds moments later. Marc, still on his knees, breathes hard.
This was like the on the inside.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Stephen looks back at Marc from the mirror.
It's all right. You're all right.
I feel like I can scarcely move.
It's all right. Just breathe through it. It gets easier.
How have you been doing this?
I don't know. It's a long time.
I don't like it.
Long time.
I don't want it. Take my body back.
I can't do that right now, Stephen.
Please.
Marc turns to walk away.
I'm taking it back.
Stephen grunts with effort. Nothing happens.
Sorry. We've always managed to keep a wall between us, but something's changed. The one who controls the body's become stronger. The reflections help, but most of the time it'll take all your willpower just to be a fly on the wall.
I can't do this. Keep me trapped in here. I have no right. My whole life I can't go on a bloody day. I'm gonna keep a goldfish in my house, my job. It's been you. It's always been you. Eating away at the parts of my life like a parasite.
Look, when I am done, when I have repaid my debt, I swear to you, you will never see me or hear from me again. I promise you. We wouldn't be alive if it weren't for Khonshu, and my servitude is the price that I pay.
What kind of servitude?
Kind of leaves me covered in blood.
Yeah, well, that blood is on my hands. You ruin people's lives. Everything you touch, you ruin. You hurt people, you abandoned your wife, you left her stranded.
I did not. I'm protecting her. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you did. I saw.
Khonshu has his eye on her. He wants her as my replacement. I'm never going to let that happen. You hear me?
You're a liar. I don't believe you. I don't trust you.
You hurt people. I'm never letting you near her.
I want you to let anyone else again.
Stephen, shut up.
I'll never give you a bone of peace, I promise.
Stop it, Stephen, shut up!
The church bells toll. Marc surges forward and kicks the mirror to shards.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
The wind blows, whipping at Marc's face. Khonshu stands on a roof nearby.
You swore he would not interfere.
I have. I'll handle it.
You have proven you cannot.
I will.
Khonshu is now on the roof next to Marc.
Ungrateful. Marc, ungrateful. Alter in the terms of our agreement. You were nothing more than a corpse when I found you. You think you own this body?
Khonshu laughs behind Marc.
It belongs to me.
We'll find the scarab.
Too late. Harrow has it.
We'll find another way. We'll get to Amit's tomb first.
You know I'll protect you with everything I have. You are worth protecting.
I'll do whatever it takes then. Then you let me go.
I know that you enjoy the work I have for you. We need each other.
We have a deal.
Let me remind you, should we part, you may not, like my next candidate, near and dear as she is to you.
Where are we going?
Where the hell do you think?
Interior Cairo hotel room days later, Stephen looks up from the mirror. Marc sits at the foot of the bed, a bottle of whiskey in his hand. He takes a drink and stands. Marc crosses to the curtains and throws them open, looking at the great pyramids on the outskirts of the village. End of episode 2. Interior fake passport facility, days later. Layla sits in front of a photo wall getting her picture taken.
And then I found him with the scarab living 20 minutes from our old place.
She perks up and smiles. Click! Her new passport is being worked on, built from the ground up.
Now, he's probably going to get himself killed running around in Cairo.
Click. Another photo. Lagaro types away, inputting data.
That's why you look so unhappy to be going home.
Anxious, maybe.
Passport opens a drawer and pulls out some candy for her. Layla smiles.
And then yes.
Not worried you might have burned too many bridges? All those stolen relics and cheeky antiques?
Lagaro hits print.
I don't steal. They've already been stolen, and that's what people forget.
Layla laminates the printed image and runs it through the machine.
I take them off the black market and return them to the rightful owners. I keep a few to pay the bills.
Clever you. Not so innocent anymore, eh? I wonder what your father would think of his little scarab now.
Well, we'll never know.
Layla puts magnifiers on Lagaro.
Can't believe he let you teach me how to do all of this.
The man indulged you. You think his dig sites were any place for a child? Archaeology, one big mess of obsessive bookworms.
Layla finds the right cover for her passport.
What happened in that desert is lost in the sands.
It's a hard thing, zooming the scene of the past. Easy to get stuck, fixate on what's hurt us.
Great. Then I won't do either.
Like you aren't already?
Lagaro stamps a few times in the passport, making it look more aged.
I miss him too, is all. But that's your baggage, not mine.
She opens the passport.
Just avoid your old haunts.
She slides it underneath an official-looking stamp.
Call me sentimental, but I worry about you.
She stamps it and hands the passport to Layla.
Have a good trip, son.
Thanks.
She kisses Lagaro on the cheek and heads out. Exterior desert day. Harrow and his followers walk through the desert. Harrow allows the scarab to float in his palm. He walks towards a large cliff face. After a few steps, the scarab points straight down.
We found Amit. She's here.
He turns to his followers and shouts in Arabic.
We found her.
They cheer, and he steps towards D.C. Fitzgerald.
She's here.
D.C. Kennedy walks up to him, holding a walkie.
Mock Spector's in Cairo. He's tracking us.
I know. She's here.
Oh my god, I just saw you, George. Harrow chuckles softly. Yes, come on, give me beauty school dropout realness. Chuckles softly and turns back to the cliff face, relief filling him. Exterior Cairo proved to go back to high school. Day, Marc runs through the hanging laundry. Pull it together, Jen. He hurries across a few rooftops before vaulting himself higher onto another. On the roof, 3 thugs stab a man and drop him to the ground. Marc sees this and sighs.
Ah, shit. You killed him?
The thugs spin their knives.
I need to talk to that guy about a dig site.
Marc drops down to them.
Guess I'm gonna have to talk to you instead.
You are too late. You're never gonna find Harrow.
Really?
They all draw blades, ready for a fight. The first thug throws his knife into the air before catching it.
Oh, wow.
The first thug starts moving his knife in a capoeira style, a deadly dance.
Well, what are we dancing or we fighting? What are we gonna do?
Giving me Sam Rockwell in the middle of Mr. Right. They attack. Thug 2 stabs at Marc, but Marc catches his arm and throws him aside. He kicks Thug 1 as Thug 3 slashes his back. Look at it, folks. He does his own stunts.
Ow!
Marc turns to face Thug 3, who stabs again. Marc disarms the thug and thinks for a beat. He opens his fist and slaps the thug, just like Will Smith did to Chris Rock. Marc attacks and disarms Thug 2, kneeing the blade from his grip. Thug 3 picks up his blade and winds up for a throw.
In your face, foreigner.
Nicely done, Thug 3. Thug 3 lets the blade fly, and it barely misses Marc and Thug 2. Marc dodges Thug 2's blade and clocks him across the face. Marc is knocked back into a corner by Thug 1, but ducks out of the way. Thug 1 licks his blade excessively, so Poon Knight still on the table here. And so Marc interrupts him with 4 swift punches to the face. Marc keeps laying into him, but Thug 2 tackles him away. Marc tries to drag Thug 2 back, but he grabs a blade and swings it at Marc's face. Marc ducks out of the way. Marc fights off the 3 men, knocking Thug 2 against a wall and getting a blade himself. Marc holds the blade to the thug's throat, but sees himself in the reflection.
Marc, don't do it, Marc. Stop it. Stop.
Marc's eyes roll up in his head and he starts to shake. Marc shivers and blacks out. Interior taxi. Minutes later, Marc awakens in the back of a taxi, horns honking around him.
Where's Steven?
He looks to the driver.
Stop, please.
Hey, you were speaking Arabic, eh? Oh, why are you acting like a foreigner?
Where are you taking me?
You said the airport.
Airport.
Marc looks out the window and sees Thug 2 and 3 stepping out of a building.
Wait, stop.
The cab comes to a stop and Marc gets out.
Let me talk to you.
The thugs get ready to run.
Just let us go, man.
That wasn't me.
Hey, my money.
Let me talk to you for a second.
My money. Where is my money?
The thugs take off running and Marc gives chase. Marc chases them through the just keeps coming. Marc follows them into an alley. Marc catches up to Thug 2 and slams him against the street cart. I know internet connection. I know you're unstable. He throws him to the ground and he lifts him back up, tossing him against a wall. Marc starts laying into him.
Where's Harrow? Where is Harrow? Tell me!
Marc, that's enough.
Marc is hit in the back of the head with a rifle butt. He falls back, hitting the ground. As he lays there, his eyes roll back and he shudders. Marc blacks out. Exterior cliff. Minutes later, Marc comes to, holding a knife to Thug 2's stomach. The thug drops away, dead. Marc is covered in blood and looks concerned.
What?
He looks around. Thug 1 is dead too.
Oh my God. Steven, what did you do?
Marc looks into the blade.
I swear that wasn't me.
Then who was it?
Thug 3 grunts and struggles to his feet. Marc throws down the knife and turns to him.
Where's the tomb?
Take him to the ledge.
He's just a kid.
He'll talk.
Marc grabs the thug and drags him to the cliff. He hangs him off the edge, holding onto the thug's scarf as a lifeline.
Where is Harrow? Where is Harrow?
Praise him it.
No, kid.
The thug pulls out another blade and cuts off his scarf and drops to his death.
I thought he'd talk.
Khonshu looks over the side of the cliff with Marc.
The hell is wrong with you, Steven?
Me? You're the one going on a killing spree.
I didn't do any of this.
Me neither. Listen, If you've got a problem with the body count, I suggest you stop listening to that stupid pigeon.
Stay out of my way.
Pigeon. Mark leaves the mirror behind and turns his attention to Khonshu.
Well, if we can't find Harrow's digging crew, we're going to have to stop him another way. So, what about the other gods? Are they just going to stand by and allow somebody to release Amit?
The signal for an audience with the gods is to risk their wrath.
Why? What's the worst that could happen?
Anger them enough, and they'll imprison me in stone.
Doesn't sound so bad to me.
See how you fare against Harrow without the protection for my healing armor?
All right. So what? Do you have any good ideas?
I have a bad one.
Khonshu disappears.
Khonshu?
Mark is alone. The wind picks up. Mark looks to the sky, seeing the moon drift across the sun.
What are you doing?
Sending the gods a signal they can't ignore.
The whole city is darkened in the eclipse. Exterior desert, same. Harrow's followers are digging, but look up at this sudden eclipse.
Help! Help!
You're getting desperate, old bird.
Harrow turns to his followers.
Keep digging. No matter what happens, keep digging.
Harrow turns to DC Fitzgerald, still helping with the digging.
Do not stop. I'm about to be called upon.
Exterior Cairo streets. Minutes later, Mark hurries down the stairs.
It's a bit over the top, don't you think?
Hurry! They're gathering their avatars now.
Aren't they scattered all over the world?
Yes, but for a meeting of the need, a portal presents itself anywhere.
Okay. So where's mine?
Mark looks around. He turns back and sees a large door opening.
The last time I spoke to the gods, they banished me. Our case against Harrow must be indisputable.
Mark turns and Khonshu is walking away.
Are you coming with?
Oh, I'll be there.
Mark steps through the door. Interior Pyramid of Giza. Moments later, Mark enters into a massive chamber.
Believe it? Oh my days. We're inside. We're inside the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Mark takes in the chamber full of relics. More doors open and the avatars walk through. Yatzil in a red dress comes through the door closest to Mark.
Khonshu's theatrics are unparalleled. You must be his avatar.
Hi. And who are you?
I'm Yatzil, avatar of Hathor,
Okay.
goddess of music and love.
Cool.
You mentioned her.
But the gods aren't really his favorite topic.
Not even when they are old friends.
Sorry.
Because it was not so long ago, Khonshu enjoyed Hathor's melody.
As far as I know, the only melody Khonshu enjoys is the sound of pain.
Yatzil?
She turns and leads Mark towards the council.
Has Khonshu told you how this works?
Not really. Is there something I should know?
I try not to fight it. It's a strange sensation, but you'll get used to it.
Great.
Yatzil looks up, the spirit of Hathor filling her. Hathor, sorry.
In attendance, Horus, Isis, Tefnut, Osiris, and Hathor to hear the account of Khonshu.
As the names of the gods are spoken, they are possessed, their eyes glowing.
You have been banished once for nearly opposing us, Khonshu. And you know we despise your garishness, your showy masks, and weapons. But manipulate the sky again, and I will imprison you in stone.
Spare me your self-righteous threats! I was banished for not abandoning humanity like the rest of you!
Mark blinks and Khonshu surrenders control.
We have not abandoned humanity, they abandoned us. We simply trust our avatars to carry out our purposes without calling undue attention to ourselves. Not like some of us.
Avatars are not enough! We need the might of the gods. Return from the opulence of the Overvoid before you lose this realm.
For the last time, Khonshu, the avatars that remain are here who simply meant to observe. We noticed long ago we did not wish to meddle in the affairs of man.
We will decide our best course of action. Speak your purpose.
I call for judgment against Arthur Harrow.
The charges?
Conspiracy to release Amit.
That is a heavy accusation, Khonshu. Let us summon the accused.
A door crackles and opens, and Harrow steps through into the chamber. Marc locks eyes with him.
So, I see by the presence of Khonshu's current makeshift avatar, the purposes of our meeting must be nefarious.
You know exactly why we are here!
I must admit I do not miss the sound of that voice, but speak, old master, to the point.
Do you not seek to release Amit from her tomb?
I was in the desert, but if visiting the sands crime, the line of sinners will be longer than an island. Khonshu has searched for Amit's tomb since he ensnared me to his service. His vision is obscured by jealousy, paranoia, and his...
He is a deceiver!
Do not trust the word of a shamed god. No, Khonshu is unhinged and his servant unwell.
How do you mean?
This is a man who literally does not know his own name. He has a marriage certificate under the name Mark Spector.
Liar!
Employment records under the name Stephen Grant.
Stop!
I've seen him speak to himself.
Shut up!
Threaten himself.
Harrow chuckles.
I have no idea how many personalities he must possess. The man is clearly insane.
Marc winds up and tries to punch Harrow, but Osiris traps Marc's wrist with a spell. It is pulled behind Marc, dropping him to his knees.
Will not tolerate violence in this chamber.
It brings me no pleasure to tell you that this is a deeply troubled man. Khonshu is taking advantage of him in the way that he abused me, the way he aspires to abuse this court. Take action now before it's too late.
Let us speak to Marc Spector.
Horus gestures and drops the spell from Marc. Marc breathes heavily.
Are you unwell?
I am unwell. I need help. But that doesn't change the fact that this man is...
This is a safe space for you to tell us if you feel exploited by Khonshu.
This is not about my feelings. I'm not the one on trial here. He is. This is about how dangerous he is if you would just listen for a second.
He has committed no offense. This matter is concluded.
Harrow nods to the council as the gods leave their avatars. The avatars move toward the exit, as does Harrow. Marc sighs as Yatzil crosses to him.
Marc, there is another way.
Interior Pyramid of Giza hallway. Yatzil and Marc stand in the tight hallway.
You must listen to me carefully.
Yes.
Amit was buried in secret, the location hidden even from the gods. Amit had many followers. I didn't know who to trust.
But someone had to know something.
One man, a Medjo, named Senfu. He was tasked with recording the location of the tomb in case the gods ever changed their mind and decided to show mercy. Find Senfu's sarcophagus and you'll find your tomb.
Okay, how am I supposed to do that?
Sarcophagus was stolen and sold on the black market. You might want to start there.
Marc nods. Exterior Cairo Town Square, hours later. Marc moves through the crowd towards a juice vendor.
I'll take one.
Perfect. One, sir. Best juice in the world.
Looking for Senfu's sarcophagus.
Senfu?
Marc nods. The juice vendor backs away as Layla steps up behind Marc, holding a bag of juice.
Okay, you like attention.
Marc looks annoyed.
Right guy, right place. But you're not Egyptian.
Layla, what the hell are you doing here? You shouldn't be here.
Why? Because my name pisses off a few people in Cairo. Who cares?
It's not the locals that I'm worried about.
Marc looks up and sees Khonshu on a roof.
Come with me. I'll help you find what you need.
Exterior boat, night. Marc and Layla ride in the back of a boat, taking them across the waterways.
So what exactly are we going to do here? What's the plan?
Oh, it's not pleasant being left in the dark, is it?
Okay. I get that you're not happy about me leaving so quickly and coming to Cairo. I understand.
Wait, is that your apology? That's good. That's really good.
Well, just so we can get through tonight, maybe let's just give our shit a rest for a moment and just try to strategize before we get to...
Mogart's?
Mogart.
Just so you know, I'm not here to help you. I'm here for me and for everyone else who would die if Harrow succeeds.
Hey, copy that.
Good.
They sit for a beat.
I am sorry. For whatever that's worth.
Layla nods a little and looks away.
So this Mogart guy. You really gonna have a sarcophagus?
Yes. Asked around. Mogart's collection is prime gossip for those of us who deal in antiquities.
A song blasts through the speakers behind them. They look at the rest of the boat and they see the other passengers dancing.
I haven't heard that song since our wedding.
You could have told me, what it's been like for you. About Stephen.
For what it's worth, I had it under control until very recently.
Happened.
Doesn't matter.
We could have handled it together.
Yeah, that's not really what I do, is it? Never really been able to just talk about everything.
Anything real.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have.
Yeah. Maybe. A little too late for that now.
Marc sits back.
Okay. Let's get our story straight.
Exterior Mogart's facility. Minutes later, they hop off the boat, Layla angrily slapping Marc's backpack onto his chest.
This guy's got a lot of friends.
Yeah, with a lot of guns.
There appears to be a festival between them and the main house. Marc and Layla stash their gear. Marc takes notice of a small boat sailing away from the island.
What is it? Harrowsmen keep in the tabs?
No. I mean, it could be.
Let's go.
They make their way towards the main house.
Remember, your name is Rufio Estrada.
Right. Just got back from our honeymoon in the Maldives. It's an interesting little detail to give them.
I'll tell them you worked at a gift shop, but they never would believe me, would they?
They draw closer to a small arena with glass pyramids to go along with the men on horseback. In the arena, Mogart, the only shirtless one, rides his horse and practices spear combat. Marc and Layla approach security.
Beck.
Layla.
Been a while.
She shakes hands with Beck.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Beck steps aside.
We're right this way.
Thank you.
Beck walks them towards the arena.
He's looking forward to seeing you. After magic, I'm sure you two have a lot to talk about. Excuse me for one moment, Mr. Mogart will be with you shortly.
Beck leaves them at the fence line. Exterior Mogart's arena continuous.
So what, this Joker just puts on El Mamar games in his backyard for fun?
Oh, he gets private lessons by the best in his backyard.
Mogart jumps down from his horse and is handed a robe by Beck.
Cool. I like the robe.
Mogart smiles.
Layla. Come in. Such a delight to see you. Yes, my shirt is on.
Sure, you too.
She reaches out a hand and he kisses it.
How have you been? I'll put back on my shirt so you can talk. You can actually talk more. Hold on.
That was good. And I'm good. Thank you for having us over on such short notice. The fuck?
Okay, now that my sexiness is turned down. Where was I? How have you been?
Next line, Travis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, please, I hope you realize you need no excuses to drop by.
This is my husband, Rufino.
Nice to meet you.
Marc extends a hand for a shake, but Mogart simply stares at him.
Pleasure.
After a beat, Mogart shakes it. Mogart walks them towards his collection.
I hope you understand this is more than a collection to me. Preserving history is a responsibility I take very seriously.
A self-appointed responsibility that you alone were able to enjoy, no?
They approach the glass pyramids.
Well, I prefer to see it as a excuse me.
Philanthropic!
Philanthropic, see? All my heat. Effort at preservation. Now, if I may ask why such interest in Senfu in particular.
Oh, actually, our purchases are.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'd like to hear from your husband if you don't mind.
I think that I would just love to take a look.
Funny man.
They stand for an awkward beat before Mogart gestures to one of the pyramids.
Feel free.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Layla and Marc hurry off into the pyramid.
Please, just let Stephen out before you blow this.
Chance. All right, what do you see?
Her eyes scan the pages on the walls.
Well, the burial practices are in line with the student walk-in text.
The what?
It's legit, but all I'm seeing is literature to guide the dead.
Uh-huh.
There's no location indicated.
Plus, the information has to be unlocked. It's coded.
Okay. You give me a minute. I gotta talk to Stephen. Just keep him occupied.
Layla walks off to distract Mogart.
All right, Stephen, you want to talk to me? Talk to me. What now?
Now, because you give me the body and you piss off.
Damn it, there's not time for this. Tell me if there's something that you know.
Layla stands with Mogart.
He just needs a couple of minutes. They're alone. Because yeah, he is.
They look at Marc, who appears to be talking to himself in front of the sarcophagus.
He's praying.
Back in the pyramid.
Sorry. If you smell my hell, it's not going to help me while I'm imprisoned.
You want a bloodbath? Fine, have it your way.
All right, you're the worst. Show the cartonnage.
Marc looks at the body, along with a few pieces of fabric that show the night sky.
Okay, so what do I do?
The first piece is folded over the middle piece.
This one?
Yes, that one.
But like this.
Yeah.
Marc folds the first piece and then sets it down.
Wait a second.
Not just stars on it. Should make fun.
Beck grabs Marc's arm.
What are you doing?
Beck aims a gun at Marc. Marc snatches it out of his hands and aims it back at him.
Marc, don't!
She has guns aimed at her.
It.
Marc hands the gun over to Beck. Mogart enters the pyramid and looks Marc up and down.
Do you really think I'm an idiot? Get on your knees.
John, stop!
Get on your knees.
Okay.
Layla, I was so ready to make peace with you.
You don't understand. We're trying to save many lives.
Hey, pal. Just take a look inside the sarcophagus. There's something really, really big.
Suddenly, Beck leans in and whispers something in Mogart's ear. Mogart looks around at all of them.
That's interesting. It appears we have a concerned third party here.
Get up!
Beck hoists Marc to his feet. Marc sees Harrow approaching.
Whatever they've told you, I'm sure I can offer you something much more tangible.
Harrow holds up the scarab.
Why settle for a clue when you can have the treasure?
Anton, don't listen to this man. He's trying to stop us from reaching.
Please stop.
He's gonna kill millions, trust me.
Are you seriously talking about trust?
Please, there's no need to send in the violent accusations. Each one of you has so much more in common than you know. Layla, you keep thinking that distance will prevent the wounds from your father's murder from reopening. But something stands in your way. Your husband doesn't tell you the truth. And Marc, you don't tell her because you know that if you do, she'll see you exactly as you see yourself, as unworthy of love.
You piece of shit.
Anton.
Harrow lifts his cane to Mogart.
The lore surrounding these relics, I offer proof that it's real. This sarcophagus doesn't belong to anyone.
The lights flicker.
Do it! Summon the suit! Give them what they deserve!
Marc ignores him.
Anton, would you like to see for yourself?
Mogart nods.
Yes, I do.
Harrow starts chanting in Coptic and his cane glows.
What are you waiting for?
Harrow finishes his chant and the sarcophagus is surrounded by a purple flame. It spins around until the lid closes, cracking in half. Harrow turns and walks away.
That's just a taste of the godly power I offer.
Harrow leaves, casting a glance to a furious Marc who stares daggers. A few of Mogart's men ride up on horseback, holding spears. Beck turns to look at his prisoners.
Hey, he's gone.
Where is he?
Layla looks up to the top of the pyramid and sees Moon Knight. Mogart is filled with fear. Beck grabs Mogart and ushers him away. Moon Knight lets one of his moon blades fly, dropping the guard holding Layla hostage. Excuse me. Another of Mogart's men pulls a gun and fires at Moon Knight. Moon Knight jumps at him, unfurling his crescent cape. He drops the gunman with a kick to the chest as he lands. Everyone scatters and runs. Layla takes advantage of this confusion and grabs the dropped gun. She fires off a few shots at the approaching security, but more are approaching from the other side of the arena. They raise their guns and fire. Moon Knight throws his cape around Layla, enveloping her. He takes bullet after bullet to the back, but it barely seems to faze him.
I need some time.
I can do that.
He spins and lets loose with a flurry of blades, dropping most of the guards. He throws a few more moon blades at the remaining guards. Layla runs back into the pyramid and grabs the cartonnage from the remains of the body. She turns and sees Beck approaching. Moon Knight sprints right the fuck through wood fence, punching a guard square in the chest and shattering his ribs. He jump kicks another while throwing a moon blade. He sweeps a 14th guard as he catches the blade. He punches it into the chest of the guard in front of him as another grabs his cape, pulling him backward. Moon Knight pulls forward and kicks the 14th guard one last time before turning to the one on his cape and breaking his jaw. Damn. Layla grabs a handful of broken glass and throws it at Beck before kicking him in the gut. She turns and grabs a chunk of stone and swings it at Beck, who manages to sidestep. He pulls a knife and swipes it at her. Layla barely manages to dodge the blade, catching it before Beck can stab her. He breaks her grip and changes his hold, stabbing at her head. Layla catches it and makes Beck stab the corpse in the chest. Moon Knight keeps beating the hell out of guards.
Marc, stop it! Stop it!
Moon Knight takes a punch to the face. He grabs the guard by the face.
No, Marc!
Moon Knight slams the guard's head into the ground before stomping it. Another guard grabs Moon Knight's shoulder and promptly gets his elbow shattered. Moon Knight breaks the knee of a 20th guard. Ow! Moon Knight is shot twice, but that just pisses him off. He lays into the gunman. Moon Knight's hands close around the gunman's throat, choking the life out of him.
Give me the body, Marc!
Moon Knight's eyes widen and the world starts to shake. He blacks out and blinks, instantly shifting into Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight drops the man.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
He rises and looks back at the approaching security team.
That's it. All right, time out. That's it. Time out. Guys, let's all calm down, yeah? We're all worked up. Let's just all chill it F out and talk for a second.
A spear connects with Mr. Knight's shoulder and impales him.
No, take the body.
Another spear stabs into him.
Take the body.
Another spear.
Take the body, Marc.
Mr. Knight's eyes widen and he shifts quickly back into Moon Knight. Moon Knight simply snaps off one of the spears. Layla delivers a massive headbutt to Beck's nose, driving him back. Moon Knight is run through with another spear. 4 spears is too much. He grabs the guard and pulls him in close, stabbing him with one of the spears, still poking through his chest. Jesus. Another spear is shoved through Moon Knight's back. 5, impaling the other guard too. Yeah! Moon Knight shoves them both aside. He has another spear run through his knee, driving him to the ground. Why you gotta go for the knees? Ow! Layla is kneed in the stomach before Beck grabs her and slams her into the side of the pyramid. Ouch! One of Moon Knight's hands are impaled and forced to the ground. Layla unsnaps her crescent moon necklace as Beck pulls his knife again. Beck swipes at her, but Layla catches him above the eye first. She jumps onto Beck's chest and shoves the pieces of the necklace into his chest. With a grunt, she jumps off him and back to Marc. She scoops up a gun on the way. She hurtles into the arena and fires off a round at the remaining guard on horseback. Mogart rides by and smacks her in the face with his spear. Ew, rude. Moon Knight, pinned to the ground by 3 spears, ouch, retracts his mask and Marc looks across the arena.
Layla!
Mogart picks up another spear from the basket and turns back to Marc. Moon Knight's mask reforms as he snaps one of the spears off. He takes the shard and stabs it into one of the guards. He becomes a flurry of movement, attacking the guards, stabbing them repeatedly. The guards drop, dead. Moon Knight turns and faces Mogart. Mogart takes off towards Moon Knight as Moon Knight starts sprinting towards Layla. Not the Layla, but yeah, the Layla. Moon Knight reaches her a beat before Mogart, and he tackles her out of the way. As Moon Knight rides, he throws a moon blade, which digs into Mogart's back. I can't believe that was the first time I said Mozart. Anyway, Moon Knight crosses to Layla and helps her to her feet.
You okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah, we need a car.
Yeah, come on.
Tick-tock, Mark Spector, tick-tock.
Interior Layla's car. Minutes later, Marc and Layla ride toward the desert. Marc looks at the holes the spear left in his clothes.
I like this jacket.
He tosses it into the backseat.
Oh, well.
What was Harrow talking about?
What do you mean?
He said I had a right to know.
I have no idea.
I never told anyone why I really moved. I mean, but he knew. He's so right through me.
He's just trying to mess with you. You know, he's trying to get in your mind. No, don't let him do that, you know? He's got this idea that he can see the true nature of people or some baloney like that. If it were true, I don't think he'd have a bunch of homicidal maniacs as disciples, would he?
So it's not true. What he said about you and
No,
what he said.
it's not true. No, he's just trying to divide us. Don't let him get in your head.
Every time I learn something new about you, I think that's it. There can't possibly be any secrets left between us, and then something else pops up, and it's like I've not known you at all.
Yeah. You haven't. You don't.
This upsets Layla. Marc looks at himself in the mirror, disappointed with himself. Exterior, desert, night. Marc and Layla ride through the sand. A car watches them from the distance.
I've spotted them.
Exterior, desert, dune. Minutes later, their van pulls up and comes to a stop. Marc and Layla hop out and start trying to assemble the pieces of cartonnage on the hood.
Try that?
Maybe, actually...
This one?
Okay, anything else?
She tapes the pieces together and look at them.
I'm not getting any whole constellations, just pieces and fragments.
He slams the pieces down and sighs.
It's gonna take forever.
Marc, we need Stephen. He understands all of this. I really think it's worth giving him a shot.
I summon the gods. You summon the worm. He won't return the body.
Marc, we can't wait. It's okay. Just let go.
Marc angrily tears the side mirror off of a car with a grunt.
We don't have time.
He picks up all the pieces.
What are you doing?
Marc walks away a few steps and exhales. He puts the pieces on the sand and looks into the mirror.
All right. Go ahead. You're in.
Marc retreats into himself, replaced by Stephen.
Yes, thanks a lot. All right, yeah, here we go.
Stephen starts assembling the pieces of the cartonnage.
That's.
Layla crosses to and crouches beside him. Stephen and Layla share a look.
It is important navigation. There's not a lot of landmarks in the desert, so they came up with a way to get about using the sun and stars. It's a bloody genius, isn't it?
Yeah.
He hands her the cartonnage, now assembled into the shape of a star.
And voila.
Whoa. I know. So what do we do with it?
I'm not sure, but if...
He holds it up to the headlights, the light shining through the thin fabric.
Wait, a moment. You see that? There's a pinpoint there. It's a constellation.
We should be able to triangulate the stars and the coordinates, right? Let me just scan it.
Actually, unfortunately, it's not that simple.
Working. Why is it not working?
Yeah, you see, Sinfu marked that tune like 2,000 years ago. The stars shift over time. Not as much as stars go, but it could mean the difference between us touching miles away from where we're supposed to be looking. So, unless we know exactly what the sky buggered, what the sky looked like, then on that date, we're buggered.
I remember that night. I remember every night.
Khonshu walks off over a dune. Steven follows.
Khonshu?
I can turn back the night sky.
How?
It will come at a cost, and I cannot do it alone. Stephen, when the gods imprison me, tell Marc to free me.
Khonshu stands behind Steven and spreads his arms. You were not kidding when you said this was going to get weird. All right, Steven breathes heavily, his hands spreading like Khonshu's. His suit grows, and there stands Mr. Knight.
Do what I do.
Khonshu reaches for the sky like a painter looking at a grand canvas.
Yeah, like this.
The stars in the sky shine brightly before the whole thing begins to turn.
Whoa. Whoa.
The night sky starts running backwards like the stars trailing across the darkness.
Oh, man, this is mental.
To the people of Egypt, the sky is alive with movement. The moon is trailing so intensely it simply appears as lines across the sky. Layla looks at her computer, awaiting the proper alignment of the stars. In the city, Harrow's car comes to a stop and he looks out the window at the sky.
This is the night.
The stars come to a stop. Layla starts trying to find the match.
This is surprisingly painful.
Sorry, I'm distracted by that. It's working.
It's working. Yes, good.
Harrow looks almost pleased.
You brought this upon yourself, Khonshu.
Interior Pyramid of Giza, same time. The Council of Avatars are standing in a circle, chanting. On the platform in front of them, a small stone figure begins to take shape. Exterior Desert Dune, same time. Khonshu drops to his knees.
I can feel my energy leaving me.
Mr. Knight's mask retracts. Interior Pyramid of Giza, same. The stone figure keeps forming as the council continues chanting. Exterior Desert Dune, same. Steven struggles to hold the sky in place.
Oh, God. I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Khonshu groans loudly.
Coordinates found. Degrees north, 25 east.
Ugh.
I got it. 29 degrees north, 25 degrees east.
Steven drops to the ground, exhausted. Khonshu starts to fall apart, reaching for Steven. Interior Pyramid of Giza, same. The stone figure takes the shape of Khonshu. Exterior Desert Dune, same. Khonshu disappears as Layla helps Steven to his feet, but Steven collapses. She tries to jostle him awake.
Steven, hey, Steven. Marc, come on. Come on, where are you? Marc, come on.
Interior Pyramid of Giza, same time. Harrow enters the chamber, Osiris behind him.
You're right about Khonshu. In the end, he had left us no choice.
Osiris leads Harrow to the small stone figure of Khonshu.
Now, he's tethered to this place, like many before him.
Can he hear us?
We think so. Yes.
Harrow watches as Osiris leaves, then turns his attention back to Khonshu. Harrow paces around the small statue.
Can I tell you a secret? I enjoy dealing out pain on your behalf. That is the greatest sin I carry. I am grateful. Had you not broken me so completely, I might never have known the value of healing. I'm going to do what you could not. And when it's finished, I want you to remember one thing. Your torment forged me. I owe my victory to you.
End of episode 3. Yay. I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
And that's about right when it comes to this show. Folks, thank you for joining us for the first half of Moon Knight. We will have the second half the week after the finale airs. Have yourself a great night and see you the next one.